The tribunal is also probing allegations of gross misconduct against suspended Judge Tintswalo that was held the view that her conduct constitutes gross misconduct. For more on these proceedings today, SABC News reporter Canny Maphanga is there for us. Canny, good morning. So two very important cases here and of course could result in impeachment.
Well, absolutely, Sakina. Good morning to you and to the viewers at home. Indeed, we can start with Judge President Selby Mbenenge. Nearly 2 years after the initial complaint was made, we are now seeing that this tribunal will get underway here in Johannesburg. Essentially, what we're dealing with here is a historic first. That is the first formal probe into a sexual harassment complaint against a very senior judge of the Eastern Cape Division of the High Court. This complaint was made in January 2023, where an employee of the Eastern Cape Division of the High Court in Makhubele alleged that there was unwanted interactions between her and the senior judge in the form of in-person interactions as well as electronic communications, that is the WhatsApp messages, between the period of June 2021 and November 2022. So what you can expect in these hearings is that we'll hear evidence that is largely based on these interactions that the complainant says were unwanted. Now, based on the December 2024 ruling, where we stand now, Sakina, is that a large part of these hearings will not be open to the public. We understand that Judge Bernard Nwepe made a ruling in December 2024 after the SABC, as well as the complainant with her representatives, that is Women's Legal Centre, made an application for the entire hearings that will sit for 8 days to be made public and to be broadcast live on national television. However, the WhatsApp that are not in dispute, we understand that when that evidence is discussed, the cameras will be allowed into this particular hearing. However, with respect to the WhatsApp messages, or the interactions rather, that are in dispute, that the judge may say that did not happen while the complainant alleges that they did, those will be in camera, i.e. behind closed doors. Now, this is based on Section 29 of the JSC Act, which basically does not include or exclude members of the media in these proceedings. However, we're not listed as party to the proceedings, which essentially leaves the discretion to decide who can attend these hearings to the tribunal chair along with the Chief Justice. So as we stand today, that is the situation we are dealing with. Just to give you a quick look at the scene ahead of the 10 a.m. start of this hearing, you can see that the chairs have been set up for the Women's Legal Centre, the representatives. We understand that Advocate Sheepers will be the representative for the complainant, as well as the tribunal that you see sitting there, that will be comprised of Judge President Nwepe, as well as Judge Pretorius and Advocate Makhubele SC. Now, if you go to the other side of the hall, it becomes apparent that the Judge President Selby Mbenenge will be represented by 3 senior counsel, that is Advocate Moses Kakane, Advocate Madonsela, and Advocate Silva. So when that hearing gets underway, we expect for it to begin without any delay. It has been 2 years since we've seen this matter come to the tribunal. And of course, you've mentioned at the tail end that we have another issue that has come to the fore years later. We have seen that suspended Judge Tintswalo Makhubele, her tribunal has committed its report to the JSC in which it found that her conduct does constitute gross misconduct. It is now up to the JSC to consider those findings and make a decision. If they reach the sanction of gross misconduct, then she is facing impeachable conduct, which means that the matter will be referred to the National Assembly for a vote, where 2/3 is required for removal of office. Of course, we've seen how these issues play out. You may see that because she felt prejudiced by the process that took place, that she may legally challenge any finding or adverse finding if it is made by the JSC. Over to you in studio.
Thanks so much. Canny, laying the groundwork for us there and also just taking us through who will be in those proceedings today. And it certainly makes for quite interesting observation and, of course, looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds.